Hello everyone, so I've been thinking about making this video for a few days now. As you may have seen, there's been a few things going on in the YouTube and online fragrance community recently that have been a little bit divisive. People calling each other names, even making videos saying bad things about other reviewers, and then people getting into heated arguments in the comments. There's been name calling and all that kind of thing, and I really just wanted to tell you how I feel about that. So when I see that kind of thing going on YouTube, it really makes me feel, it just makes me feel like doing one thing, and that's getting a nice cold beer, sitting back and enjoying. Hello everyone, welcome to the video, and today I'm going to bring you 4 fragrances that I think you could own, and only own these 4. You're going to spend less than $100 to get all of them, and you're going to smell great all the time. Let's see if I can do it. So the first fragrance we're going to be talking about is DAREJ from RASASI. This one is just $24.90 on Notino at the moment, and that's 100ml. It's widely regarded as being a copy of Valentino V, a discontinued fragrance that was first released back in 2006. DAREJ from RASASI has got some good reviews from other reviewers and quite a few good ones on Fragrantica and Base Notes, so I was interested and I decided to blind buy it. I have got a small sample of the original Valentino V, but I haven't done a proper comparison yet. What I can tell you about this fragrance though is it's very, very nice. It's really a very sweet fragrance. Some of the notes include citrus, basil, cedar, sandalwood and vanilla, and there's also cardamom, cumin and tonka. I've kind of amalgamated those notes from Valentino V, the original, and notes listed for DAREJ, but what I really get from this one is a very nice, sweet, spicy and slightly exotic smell. So when we talk about oriental fragrances, that means usually that there's vanilla and some spicy notes in them, but they don't always smell exactly oriental. This one kind of does a little bit. So it's a really charming, sweet fragrance that has a nice kind of maybe synthetic but pleasant sandalwood undertone to it. Very, very enjoyable, good performance, great for nights out, good for dates, work, any kind of situation. Maybe go easy on the trigger for work, but it's certainly versatile, I think, or probably more suited for colder weather. Sweet, charming, delicious. That's DAREJ from RASASI. Next up then, we've got Yardley Citrus and Wood. I found this one for $22.50 on eBay in the USA. That one did dispatch from the UK, so you just shop around for the best way to buy this one if you're in the States. Here in Britain, it's easier to get, I think. And this is well known and widely regarded as a copy of Terre d'Hermès by Hermès, and indeed it is remarkably similar. It's a very nice citrus and woody scent, as you would expect. It opens with a nice tangy combination of orange and lime. There's a very strong earthy vetiver note and a ton, I think, of ISO E Super, which was one of the key things in Terre d'Hermès. I've tried them a bit side by side, and there's a difference. It's really hard to nail exactly what that difference is, but I found that I honestly found I slightly preferred the citrus wood. It's got a little bit more of a smoothness and maybe even a slightly richer depth to it, I found, than my sample of Terre d'Hermès. Really, really pleasant, classy, elegant, versatile fragrance. It's fresh, but it's got a woody masculine depth, so it's fine for all seasons of the year, I think. Great for daytime or nighttime, and just one of those really likeable scents that has a certain class and sophistication about it that I think I could recommend to anyone for that price. Now, next up, I'm going to give you 2 choices here. This is your sort of citrus cologne type territory. What are you going to have for that kind of fragrance in your wardrobe? I've gone for CAPUCCI Pour Homme, $19.69 on Amazon. That brings our total so far spend to $67.18. And this one is a citrusy chypre fragrance from the 1960s. Really, really nice burst of lemony, fizzy citrus zestiness in the opening on this one, which I really, really enjoy. Very dry kind of smell, and it's an aromatic fragrance. There are lots of herbal notes in here. There's lavender as well, the usual woods and things that you get in fragrances, and there's quite a mossy oak moss type undertone to this one. Reminds me a bit of Acqua de Parma's original Colonia, and it's often also compared to things like Chanel Pour Monsieur or Monsieur de Givenchy. So if you like those old kind of retro citrus scents, that would be a great choice. Lovely bottle there. I really like the way it looks, and it's extremely well priced, I think. A classic fragrance if you like that kind of retro feel, but a citrus fresh Italian chic kind of smell. Alternative for that one, another Italian fragrance, you could have BULGARI, AQUA, AMARA if you prefer. So this one again is a citrusy fragrance but much more modern. I think it was 2014 when they brought this one out, and it opens with mandarin and neroli in the base. We've also got patchouli and incense, so there's a bit of depth to this fragrance, and that's what I like about it. It performs really well actually for a citrus fragrance. It's aquatic, has these aquatic notes in it, so it's like a kind of a sports fragrance, and of course it's called AQUA AMARA, so you would expect it to be aquatic. It's aquatic, soapy, lovely, somewhat synthetic but nice citrus feel about this one. Very fresh, very clean, but somehow has a bit more depth than your average fresh, clean, sporty fragrance. So I really enjoy this one all year round actually, but it would be ideal for spring and summer. And if you're looking for something a bit more youthful than the CAPUCCI Pour Homme, a modern smelling fragrance that is not exactly like anything else out there, this one I think would be a really good all-round choice. Prices on this one really reasonable, because I found it for $28.90 on Notino, so that's definitely one worth looking into. Finally then, I must admit I put this in a previous Own 4 Fragrances video, but I couldn't resist putting it in again. It's BOGART Pour Homme, $16.91 for 100ml on Notino. Total spend then $84.16, or if you got the AQUA AMARA instead of the CAPUCCI, $93.38. BOGART Pour Homme, what more can I say about this one? Notes include lavender, bergamot, lily of the valley rose, tonka, patchouli and cedar. It's often described as having a cherry tobacco-like smell, and I do agree that it does seem to remind me of that kind of smell a bit, even though neither of those notes are listed. It's a very powerful, rich, masculine smell. I think there's an absolute ton of tonka in this one, and there's a little bit of tobacco and a kind of almost barbershop feel to it. It's often described as a cross between Pure Havane by Mugler and Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male, and that's not a bad description, but it's got its own thing going on. Really rich, really powerful, projects really strongly. Might be a slightly risky blind buy because not everybody likes it. It does smell a little bit synthetic, but somehow it's just really pleasant to me. It wafts around so strongly in the air. It's really beast mode, and I think some of these floral notes in there, the rose, have been skillfully combined with the tonka and the heavy stuff in the base to just give this very nice sweet lavender, slightly barbershop, but sort of a barbershop for the 21st century type of smell. It's not super refined or elegant, but it's just got such a power and a pleasant smell about it that I am absolutely charmed by this one. I think for the money it would be a great choice. Okay guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you liked my picks. 4 pretty good fragrances here, very good I think, and for the money just incredible. So you don't have to spend big bucks. There's lots of niche fragrances and even higher end designer ones that cost a lot of money, but even with a low spend, $100 or less for 4 fragrances, I think you can still smell absolutely fantastic and have real variety in your fragrance wardrobe. Let me know what you thought of my picks, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, whatever we're doing in life, let's project. Bye bye.